All right, everybody, welcome to 5 Across August edition. We are so excited that you are here with us today. It is a nice, cool 88 degrees. I think it's going to get up to maybe 90 before you leave, which I think makes this officially the hottest pitch competition in the state of Kentucky. You get to be a part of it. I'm excited to introduce you guys tonight for our first pitch. Introducing 5 Across is going to be the very first winner of the 2010 edition. So the champion of the 2010 pitch contest at 5 Across, Tony Schmidt, is here to throw out the first pitch. Let's everybody give a nice round of applause to Tony. All right. Thank you for being here, Tony. You'll get to see a little bit more from Tony in just a few minutes. He's going to be one of our judges tonight. As I said, we are super excited to have you guys here tonight. Thank you for coming out, braving the heat, and a great summer evening. I'm going to turn it over to our MC for this evening. His name is Keith McMunn. Give it up to Keith McMunn, everybody.
Hey, thanks, Brian, and welcome everybody to the August edition of 5 Across. We're very excited that you are here, and we're excited to be here as well. So this is the very first 5 Across in 11 years to not be on a Wednesday. So my brain is tricking me all day long today. I kept telling people that it's Wednesday, it's not. It's Tuesday, so you're at the very first Tuesday 5 Across. Congratulations for that. Thanks. Wasn't worth the noise, but I appreciate it. Well, if you are here, what you should know is that this is actually part of something bigger than what you're witnessing here. This is part of a year-long journey where 5 Across culminates at the 5 Across Finals in December. So in February, we had a 5 Across at the Awesome Inc. space, where CGN Network won the prize. COVID started in March, so the April event got flipped into a recap video, and we canceled the April event. The June event got moved to July, which was right here at the ballpark last month, where Harut with Hexalayer won. You can wave to Harut right over there in section 12, whatever section that might be. And this month, you're going to get to witness 5 great pitches who are here to win $500, but more importantly, they're here to win a spot at the 5 Across Finals in December for a chance to win $5,000. So would you make some noise for that journey? So, of course, this year, everything has been unprecedented, and some of you might be wondering, well, are there going to be 4 pitches at the 5 Across Finals? Or how are you going to make up for that lost team from the canceled April event? The answer is unprecedented, as you could imagine. We're going to do the first ever second place, second chance. So if you want to keep an eye on the second place team tonight, and then also look at the second place companies from the previous 5 Acrosses, you're going to get a little inside look on a couple more companies that are going to compete for a second chance. All right, well, tonight we are really grateful for our presenting sponsor, which is actually your very own Lexington Legends. We're here at their home at the ballpark. Would you make some noise for the Lexington Legends, please? And we also could not be here after 11 years if we didn't have sponsors that have been with us from the very beginning. And we call these our founding sponsors. And that includes the BBDP, which is comprised of Commerce Lexington, the UK Office of Technology Commercialization Office, the City of Lexington, and Awesome Inc. Would you make some noise for those founding sponsors, please? All right. Well, this is a really fun detail that I've enjoyed is we have put together a digital program for you. So normally we have printed programs for you in your seats. If you are here and you registered tonight, in your email inbox, maybe in your spam folder, is a digital program link. So make sure you pull out your phone, check your email, and pull open the digital program. You're going to want to do this because it's going to give you information about each pitch, the judges, a few fun announcements, and a few ways to engage or connect with our community. So go ahead and pull out your phones. Make sure you open up the digital program. And as a reminder, please, please, please respect everybody's safety and health by practicing good safety reminders and guidelines. This includes washing your hands often and frequently. We have lots of hand sanitizer here. Stay 6 feet away from people that you don't see in your house every day. People that you don't live with, please remain 6 feet away from them. And respect everybody as well by wearing a mask when you are up and walking around. When you are in your seats, we have strategically placed you so that you should be 6 feet away from each other, so you can feel free to take off your mask. But there is no judgment, certainly, if you choose to wear your mask there as well. So thank you in advance for respecting everybody's health. I'm really, really excited about this. So this is a big wave that's splashing here in the Kentucky ecosystem for startups. The KY 270 pitch competition, hosted by Launch Blue and the Bluegrass Angels, is a pitch competition with $270,000 in total investments for the top 6 finalists. So just as a reminder, you're here tonight to watch people compete for $500, and this is for $270,000. So something to be a little bit excited about. Would you make some noise for Launch Blue and the Bluegrass Angels? Okay, and how about a quick word of encouragement from our July winner, Harut with Hexalayer.
Hi everyone, this is Harut with Hexalayer. It was a lot of fun competing in Fibercrest in July and an honor to win it. I wish you all good luck today, and I'll see one of you in the finals in December. All
right. If I had known that Harut was going to be here in person to size up his competition, I would have invited him on the mound. But Harut, thanks for being a great team player and great sportsmanship, and we'll see you in the finals in December. Okay, tonight's founders, would you make lots of noise after I say their names, because they want to be encouraged and psyched. Tonight we've got Nathan with Casper Security, Shane with Seats Capital, Matt with Stucco, Natalia with Level Up, and Jokari with Joe B Products. Make some noise. All right. Entrepreneurs don't really like to follow rules very much. Awesome Inc. doesn't either, I can say that for sure. But we do have a few rules that we love to follow as long as they make events and communities great and healthy. We have 2 rules that we're going to want you to abide by tonight, in addition to the safety guidelines that I mentioned earlier, of course. Rule number 17 is called Bring the Fun. And in short, the heart behind this rule is that you came here tonight ready to have your own good time. We are not responsible, actually, for making sure that you have a good time. You are going to be responsible for your own good time. So we're going to practice right now. Everybody, smile as big as you can. Man, that's one of my favorite things to do, and it's amazing how many people do it. You're all beautiful, by the way. Great smiles. The second rule is how you really actively engage in each pitch, and it's called our slow clap. Here's the deal. Every presenter gets 5 minutes, no more. So in the outfield and left field, you're going to see a timer for 5 minutes under the American flag, and when that timer hits 0, it is important for the audience to start a slow clap to let the presenter know that they are out of time. Let's practice a slow clap now. Man, I was getting worried about you there for a second. So I've noticed that in a baseball stadium, it is way harder to get a synchronized slow clap than it is in a tiny front office space at Awesome Inc. But we're going to do our best. Okay, another way that you're going to engage with us throughout the night is by voting for your favorite pitch. And you can do this by going to Instagram, going to our Awesome Inc. _Lex. I think that's the right one. Liz Brown, you guys just search it. The internet's amazing these days. You can make all kinds of mistakes and it'll fix it for you. Go to the Awesome Inc. Instagram handle and go to the 5 Across highlights, and you can respond to each pitch by sliding on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst pitch you've ever seen in your life, which you will not see tonight, but you know, I'm not going to tell you how to vote, and 10 being the best pitch that you've seen. I like to think of this in millions of dollars and what you would like to invest in the company. All right, final shout out to our presenting sponsor, the Lexington Legends, the founding sponsors, the BBDP, Commerce Lexington, UKOTC, the City of Lexington, and Awesome Inc. And we also have some other really valuable sponsors that we absolutely love partnering with and being customers of, and that includes Kinetic by Windstream, KY Innovation, APAC Software, Dinsmore, the E-Club at the University of Kentucky, and the College of Communication and Information at UK. Would you all please make some noise for them? All right, I'm almost done talking. It's time to meet our judges. She's the Deputy Executive at KY Innovation. Please make some noise for Ellie Puckett. Next up, we have the Executive Director of the Office of Technology and Commercialization at UK, Ian McClure. Our third judge is the Executive Director of Amplify Louisville. Please make some noise for Larry Horn. And the first overall winner of 5 Across, tonight's first pitch, and the founder and CEO of Greek Track, Tony Schmidt. Judges, you carry a heavy burden here tonight. You have 5 pitches that you're going to judge, and it will be up to you to decide who wins the prize and who makes it to the finals in December. With that, let's get the show on the road. Our first pitch of the evening. Please make lots of noise for my man Nathan with Casper Security.
All right, everybody. Thank you for this opportunity. I'm Nathan Armentrout, co-founder and CEO of Casper Security. I was reading the news this past week, and I came across some stories of interest. In San Antonio, vacant house caught on fire, and it happened in Buffalo with 2 firefighters getting injured. And then it happened again in St. Louis, where 4 people had to evacuate their home. And this is what it looks like. Can you imagine standing there in front of your house watching it burn down because of the vacant property next door? It's a great injustice. But if you live next to a vacant property, there's a lot of issues, right? Sure, it's an ugly building next door, but what about the drugs and needles all over the yards, the fires that happen, the gangs that operate there? It all leads to depressed home values, which makes it harder for you to build wealth and equity. And furthermore, it hurts local government by reducing their tax revenues to be able to address this problem. So what do we do about it? Well, city government has 4 main tools to address this: fines, boarding, land banking, and demolition. But they all take years to take into effect, and they're very capital intensive. So that's what the problem that we see ourselves trying to solve. We're in a world of unscalable solutions. That means preventable tragedies like house fires impact neighbors for years on end, and it's all because there's nobody living there. All these previous solutions address the property, but not the people. So the real solution is to put a resident there, right? But not enough people are willing to take the risk. And so we came up with a little bit different solution, and we called it Casper. Now, Casper is a virtual resident for vacant and abandoned properties. It detects fires and break-ins and alerts both neighbors and authorities so they can take defensive measures to protect and promote safety. And it does this all without needing power at the vacant and abandoned house, and that's a game changer. Well, we take it a step further. We take all these events, we put it on a map, and we give access to community development organizations and to local city government so they can understand in real time what's happening in these neighborhoods and be able to put solutions towards that. That's not something they've been able to do. And that's important because there's 4 million vacant and abandoned properties across the United States, and since 1965, we've never been able to reduce this inventory, not even when the economy was great. And with COVID and all the forbearances, they're going to expire soon, and we think this is going to get a lot worse before it gets better. So we sell our services to city governments. We look for the legacy cities like Detroit's and Albany's, and we try to get a credit card pilot. We say, we know the 10 houses are causing issues in your communities. Try Casper out for a little bit. And then we look to expand by going in by neighborhood deployments. Our revenue model is pretty straightforward. $350 for the equipment and installation, and $216 a year to monitor per house. We make a 72% gross profit margin. And we know we can count on that for at least 5 years or more because most vacant properties have been abandoned for 10 or more. Now, we have no direct competition. Sure, we put up boarding, but it gets taken down. It's not effective. And ADT and Simply Safe, they simply don't work because they require power to be on at the house. So we sit right in the middle of the expectations for solutions that our cities and customers want. That's been evidenced by our traction. We've been able to monitor 170 houses, vacant and abandoned properties. And this year we're looking to secure another 750, primarily in Louisville and New York State. But Casper's got a lot of applications. If you're a real estate investor, you deal with temporary vacancies in between rentals. If you're a mortgage lender, you worry about flooding with your foreclosed houses. And even if you're a homeowner and you live next to a vacant property, years of redlining and terrible quotes for getting coverage is something that we can help with by protecting the house next door and being a reseller for those policies. So Casper's been, I guess really, so Nathan, myself, James, and David, we founded the company after winning a hackathon in 2015, and we've just continued to develop the product ever since. We picked up Lou Lindsay earlier this year. He's our chief of sales. He set up a pipeline for us to be able to start selling to real estate investors while we deal with COVID. Fortunately, James and David will be leaving the company, and so we're looking to hire a new cloud CTO, and that's why we need to win 5 across. So that way we can continue to recruit talent and continue to make neighborhoods safer today. Thank you.
All right, great job, Nathan. Judges, you now have 3 minutes to ask all the questions you can pile in.
Is this on? This is on. I'm going to lead with one first question. It looks like you've been putting the units in for 3 years, maybe 4 years. Do you have data now to show improvement on the home values? Because there's 2 different customers here. I get the local government. and as a customer, but the other potential customer or person that can get them to buy it is the neighbors. Do you have data to show the home improvement, the home values?
So no, so our deployment, we try to do in the highest amount of density as possible. But when we did the 150 in Louisville recently, we just don't have enough coverage. We split it across 3 different neighborhoods. And so what's important is we're trying to test whether that technology is reducing vacant property fires and other nuisances. And then we can go back and look historically and see if that's going to help the home values. It's just a long time to prove that out.
Yeah. All right, what question? I'm going to steal one more minute. So I'm always, being an intellectual property focused person, I'm always concerned with a really good idea with margins that make sense without a way to protect barriers to entry. You mentioned there's no competitors. What's your plan for shouldering off an ADT or somebody to do this too?
Right, so with our intellectual property, we hadn't proved product market fit up until this point. So it was not going to make a lot of sense to try to get a whole lot of protection and focus on that up front. We've now identified what product market fit is, and we're pursuing a patent strategy to cover that.
Hey, Nathan. Great job. Quick question for you. I'm looking at 2020. You have 750 units being deployed. It looks like that's 5 pilot programs. What does your pipeline look like for more pilots in 2021, more units, et cetera?
So the majority of that 750 will come from Louisville Metro government, where we've applied for a firefighter safety grant. So that's what we're kind of banking most of that growth from. We're going to continue to struggle, I think, a little bit with COVID and communicating with cities because nobody really knows what their budget is. So that's why we're focusing on real estate investors.
How many real estate investors have you talked to and gauged their interest so far?
Yeah, so we've talked to 23 real estate investors, mostly in the Louisville area. We get a mix of reactions. Most of it's going to come back around to whether or not they can get an insurance discount by implementing it and offset the cost. And I think that's very possible.
Nathan, real quick, as you scale, what type of field staff will you have for going back to repair units, going back and checking the equipment that you've installed in all these homes?
So there's already an industry called the property preservation industry. This is the groups of companies that Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac use to address their foreclosed properties. So that's basically our workforce. We train them to do the installation. And then certainly we're trying to get it to the point where it's cheap enough to we don't have to repair it. If it can be like $100, $200, $100, $150 thing, it can just be a throwaway.
So one of the largest neighboring interests to these types of properties may not just be the actual neighbors, but the commercial banks that hold security interests in all of those homes. Have you considered talking with them? Those conversations?
No, absolutely. Those are the mortgage lenders, and they worry a lot about the flooding in those properties, not so much the theft or the fires or break-ins.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
All right, Nathan, great job. Thanks for being the first to pitch this evening. That's got to score you some bonus points. Anyways, hey, do you have the clicker, or did you leave it for me? All right. Thank you. Yeah, one big round of applause for Nathan, please. All right, Garrett.
What's
I think you've
up,
got
Keith?
a little bit of an activity for us. Is that right?
We do. How's everyone doing tonight? I like the energy. It's better than last time. Well, hey, I'm going to ask that everyone stand on your feet real quickly. This is going to be quick, fun for me, potentially life-threatening. So last time we had a little target practice. This time we're going to up the ante. We're going to hit your cutoff. So everyone, here are the rules. First person to get their tennis ball in my glove or physically hit my person wins. So don't wait to throw it. Let it be chaotic and hit me. On the Matt Hogg, you're so close. Here we go. Bring it on. Bring it on. Oh, there we go. Oh, caught that one. So far, we got one winner. Keep them coming. This is great. Keep them coming. Almost there. Almost there.
Come on, get it on the bounce. Give somebody a break.
Someone put in my glove already. All right, and the winner is ball number 82. I believe you're pitching.
We've got
so
some more balls.
Great
We've got
job,
some
y'all.
more
Great
balls out there,
job.
right? All right, folks. While they're cleaning up, oh man, everybody watch yourselves. They're still flying. All right, folks, now is a good time for me to remind you to go to Instagram and vote for Nathan's pitch. How much would you invest? $1 million or $10 million? Go ahead and slide that scale on the 5 Across stories on the Instagram app. Also, another reminder, make sure that you have the booklet, tonight's virtual booklet, in your hand on your phone. You can click on the logos of each company and pull up their pitch deck so that you can follow along right there in your lap. Okay, we ready for the second pitch of the evening? Would you please make some noise for Shane with Seats Capital? Hey Shane, is your mic on? We'll restart the clock. Here, test it.
Test, test.
Oh yeah, beautiful.
All right. Second start. Pitch number 2. Let me rewind here. Okay, hello everybody. My name is Shane Haddon. I'm a co-founder of Seats, Funding 3.0. So today, when a business wants to raise money, it has 2 options. It can either issue debt or it can issue equity. Both of these options are problematic. With debt, of course, there's a fixed payment that is due, which can be very dangerous for a startup or a small business. But with equity, you're actually selling part of your company. This can lead to a loss of control. It's very time-consuming and distracting to negotiate these long-term partnerships. It's very hard to value a whole business, and for the investor, it's illiquid, and they can't really target their investments the way they like. So we're solving that problem by creating a third alternative. What we're doing is we are slicing all of the potential revenue of a company into small units, small bands of revenue of $1,000, and we create a very simple contract that references those bands that can be used by companies to sell their future revenue for funding. And we call these seats. So now there's a third option for all businesses. You can either borrow money, you can issue equity, or you can sell seats. A seat is an investment that pays when a specific band of revenue is achieved. For businesses, there's no fixed debt claim, no dilution of vote. For an investor, there's an infinite number of return possibilities. It's simpler and more liquid than equity. Okay, so say you're an investor and you want to invest in a local company that you're excited about, early stage. You think they'll get to $100,000 in revenue. So you buy a seat for $1,000 that starts at $100,000. So if the company achieves $100,000 of revenue, you'll get the next $1,000. Maybe you pay $500 for that. Or maybe you want to swing for the fences and so you say, okay, I want a payment that is triggered when the company hits $100 million in revenue. Okay, you still get the $1,000, maybe you only pay 50 cents for that. It's a 2,000 times multiple. We're creating a very fun new experience for investors. Very simple, small amounts, giving them access to private companies that they've never had access to before. So how do we make money? Well, we're going to be an investment bank. we're going to earn commissions on placement of seats. We're going to license our IP to people that want to raise money without us being involved. We're going to be involved in servicing the transactions. And in the future, we'll have funds and we'll earn fees as an investment manager of those funds for seats. This is a lucrative opportunity in a very large market. Every year, there's 2.9 trillion of new private equity issued. We're initially targeting angel investments of 23 billion annually in the US. So how do we think we can take this market? Well, we've invented this new product. We have IP, we have copyrights on the documents we've created. There's a patent pending. We have a registered trademark on the name Seats as an investment contract. And we believe we can build a brand for Seats because there are network effects. Investors like to invest in things that other investors are investing in. And so we believe Seats will become the standard form for this type of investment. And it's not easy to create a new financial product, and we have specialized expertise in this area. We have a great founding team. My background is I have 20 years experience in creating new financial products. My tech co-founder, Chad Hurley, is one of the top developers in the state. And we've been joined by one of my finance students at UK, John Ewing. So we're fairly new. We launched the beta MVP in April. In May, we did our first trade with the local company Neat Suites up in Covington. We got our first national exposure in June with a featured article in Forbes. In July, we started selling seats on our own company. Now we're focused on applying for a broker-dealer license in Kentucky. We're going to start the Launch Blue Accelerator next month. And then we're going to launch exclusively in Kentucky for Kentucky companies and Kentucky investors. We really want to help Kentucky startups and Kentucky small businesses raise money easier. So thank you. If you are thinking about raising money or investing, please consider Seats for your next funding. Thank you.
All right, judges, you have 3 minutes to ask all the questions you want. Larry, you're making us all nervous by standing.
Don't be nervous. I'm here celebrating, voting. Go ahead.
I got a question. Why is it a focus on revenue and not profit?
To be blunt, profit is more easy to manipulate. We wanted to make it such that people are comfortable that everybody will be focused on top line revenue. That's the special thing about Seats is the investors, the companies, everybody involved is focused on sales. So it's all about transparency of sales, forecasting sales, not something lower on the income statement that has a lot of noise with it.
So Shane, I'm very interested in this business model. I love disruption of the financing world like this. Couple of questions. One, on the legal side, you mentioned trying to do this here in Kentucky. Where are you are you required for FINRA certification, and where are you in relation to securities with regard to the Kentucky Blue Sky laws?
Yes. So what I'm doing is I'm working with the Kentucky Department of Finance, financial institutions, to create a Kentucky-only broker-dealer. According to them, it's actually the first time somebody has done this, to create an exclusively intrastate broker-dealer, which means that I don't have to go through the process with FINRA, which is much cheaper and much quicker. So I finished providing the Kentucky Department of Financial Institutions with everything they need for their application yesterday, actually. So we're kind of in the middle of the process, but knock on wood, soon we'll be a licensed broker-dealer in Kentucky only.
And so on the revenue model, real quick, you mentioned but you mentioned an investment bank model. So is the revenue model based on a commission approach, or is it like a fund management 2 and 20 approach?
Both. We'll have an asset management arm. The most lucrative, immediate way to make money is through placements, commissions.
So you're starting in Kentucky, and there is this perception that's duplicative, but that Kentucky investors are risk averse. How many investors have you done customer discovery with, and how many are ready and willing to test your model?
We've been doing surveys and discovery since the beginning with investors. We've known that that's kind of the sticking point. I think Kentucky Angels are ready for this. So
Can I have data on why you think Kentucky Angels are ready for this?
I've talked to a lot of local folks that are very interested in this model. I have some local investors in seats. There's a local investor that has bought a seat in my company. Don't want to say names, but I feel good but there is going to be a learning curve for everybody. There's even the terms of the investments are going to grow as people learn about this new relationship.
To kind of add to Ellie's point, what does education for angel investors look like from your end? How do you teach them about a new investment vehicle?
There's two sides. There's teaching them about the benefits. And this is so much better than a illiquid, lumpy, blunt equity investment for a passive investor. If you're a passive investor, you're buying a vote, you're buying all this stuff that you don't need versus simply buying a seat, being able to take a position on any point of risk that you want. So there's a lot of advantages that I'll explain. That requires education. And then, of course, we'll talk through, what does this mean? What kind of claim do you have? Is this a debt claim? How do we know that the managers aren't going to take the money and run? That kind of basic education, which everybody is concerned about. But I'm confident that over time, and this is an example of an educational process. I'm thinking of this as marketing. So I'd like to go around to all the angel groups and just kind of answer all the questions that I can, and hopefully we'll get some early adopters to get this thing going.
Judges, do you have one final question?
I have one on the secondary market for seats. Are seats freely saleable, freely transferable, just like shares?
It's a complicated question. As you probably know, with your legal background, if it's freely transferable, it requires a custodian, and we don't want to go down that path. So we're going to have ostensibly a restriction on resale, but it'll be kind of a soft, automated kind of restriction. The ultimate goal is absolutely to have some sort of secondary market trading platform. We'll eventually probably have clearing capacity or have custodial capacity.
All right, give it up for Shane with Seats Capital. All right, so we gave Shane a little bit of bonus time because a train was going by. We will do that again for other presenters just in case anybody is curious. Well, let's get right on to our third pitch of the evening. Please make lots of noise for Matt with Stucco.
Hey, good evening, everybody. My name is Matt Langen. I'm the founder and CEO of Stucco, where you can get any room virtually staged or designed in as little as a day. We primarily serve residential real estate agents who are facing three big challenges in the marketplace right now. The first is that the majority of homes that they're tasked to market and sell are by definition difficult to market and sell because 70% of homes that are listed are ugly, empty, or both. And that's a problem because 90% of home buyers report that they can't imagine how to properly furnish rooms of that type. And that's why oftentimes real estate agents will hire traditional home stagers, and staging works. Staged homes sell on average 88% faster and for 20% more money than non-staged homes, but it comes at a steep price. Staging costs $6,000 and takes a couple of weeks to complete, and that's why Stucco offers something called virtual staging. Now, the best way that I can explain to you how this works is by showing you some pretty pictures. So let's look at the first one. This is obviously a vacant living room, and this real estate agent sent it to Stucco and asked us if we could virtually stage it using a farmhouse design style, and here's what we did. This is virtual staging. And so this is an example of a farmhouse designed virtually staged room, which is then used by the real estate agent to help market and sell that property faster and for more money. Here is a living room, or I'm sorry, a bedroom that we virtually staged. Now you know what room type it is, with a modern design style. And we can also virtually stage photos of furnished rooms. Here's an example of that we virtually stage using a sleek contemporary design style. But wait, there's more. We can also virtually stage exteriors and landscapes. And here's an example of a home down in Texas that we virtually staged using a comfortable contemporary design style. This is something that no traditional in-person stager could claim they could do in 24 hours for just $29 per photo. Now, this is a real opportunity because every year, 2 million realtors in the United States and Canada sell 6 million homes, representing about 120 million property photos. So we estimate that the virtual staging service market size right now to be $265 million and growing. And that's growing fast because when you compare traditional staging, the current way realtors are solving this problem with virtual staging runs laps around this solution. It is 98% more affordable and 93% faster than traditional staging. Now, actions and results speak far more than words, and so we've achieved product market fit, having staged over 1,000 photos for over 600 homes in the US and Canada in the last 12 months. We're ready to scale. I personally invested over $300,000 of cash into building this business and the technology behind it. We have 43 designers who have their bank accounts connected to the platform, and we have a current capacity to virtually stage 500 photos per day in a massive 3D rendering library of over 5,000 renderings of furniture and decor. And we have one key competitive advantage over all other virtual staging companies. We can turn virtually staged designs into reality using our online interior design service, which involves the homeowner hiring one of our designers to design any room in their home to spec. So here's a recap of our business model. Stucco sells recurring virtual staging services to real estate agents who then refer homeowners to buy online interior design services at literally the perfect moment for them to be introduced to and recommended an online interior designer when they're moving into and out of homes. And in 2021, we'll be integrating with retailers so that we can participate in the revenue from the virtually staged pieces of furniture and decor and the items that our online interior designers are recommending to homeowners. We have the team to do this. Sam and Raj are focused on server-side and back-end development. They've been with Stucco since 2015. I have over 10 years of experience running tech companies, and my father's a home builder, a former interior designer. My mom's an artist, so home design is literally in my blood. I'm born to do this. We have 43 designers on our platform and a diverse and experienced advisory team. All I ask for is introductions. If you happen to know any real estate agents, any executives at home goods retailers, or if you know anybody who's interested in being a salesperson for Stucco to scale our virtual staging service, then I'd be interested in meeting them.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Nice job, Matt. Judges, 3 minutes of questions, starting now.
Are you a two-sided marketplace? You kept saying that you had 43 designers on your platform.
Yes, currently we are a two-sided marketplace. Well, actually, you could consider us a three-sided marketplace. You have the realtors placing virtual staging orders. You have the designers doing those virtually staged designs. And then you have the homeowners hiring our designers to design rooms to spec. So it's actually a three-sided platform.
So I'm thinking about scale and looking at your technology stack. Are the rooms manually designed and like Photoshop together, or do you have some 3D technology that's putting them together in the right way automatically?
So it depends on the service that we're providing. Virtual staging, we primarily do that with a tool called Autodesk 3ds Max. It's used to design video games primarily. The goal with virtual staging is just to be inspiration for the homeowner. We don't have to get the items to be perfect to scale, to hit a certain budget. And so for that, it's just like a rapid rendering, and our designers are using our curated rendering library to do that really fast. On the online interior design side of the business, that's more of a collaborative one-on-one engagement between the homeowner and the designer. It takes about 14 days to complete that, still much faster than if you were to work with an in-person interior designer. We have a lot of systems in place to help automate both of those offers so that our margins are better, and we're also seeking some capital in order to further automate that. But yep.
Matt, you mentioned 3 different revenue streams. What's the primary one you're focused on, and can you talk about the pricing model for that?
Virtual staging for sure. One thing for that is that like why we're leading with virtual staging is because it's B2B, and so and that's a customer that will come back to us repeatedly, especially brokerages or agents that specialize in listings. And then we actually leverage the relationship that they have with homeowners, and then they recommend us to them on like a recurring basis. So we're really focused on leading with virtual staging, which then feeds the rest of the business.
What are your margins right now? I think you said it costs $29 per room. How long does it take for a designer to design, and how much are you paying that designer?
Yeah, so from an economic standpoint, it's on average, the realtor will spend $34 to virtually stage a photo of a room. Our low-end price is $29. They can get more in the price increases. Our margins on virtual staging are about 56% per photo. On average, a realtor will spend about $150 to $175 per listing to have their photos virtually staged.
So you're
And
only
what is the oh, you said
I'm sorry.
So you're only charging you're only paying the designer $16 a photo?
Yes, that's right. And the way that we've built the internal systems, it's like ridiculously fast. And this is on the virtual staging side of the business only. On the online interior design side of the business, it's $4.99 per room, and we're remitting 80% of that to the designer. Those are professional interior designers who are working directly with the homeowners.
So we have one final question from our judges. One final question.
Matt, since you're using a known design tool and you've got 43 designers that I assume are 1099, what is your competitive positioning based on the relationships you'll create on the recurring referrals or some contractual?
All right, the mic went out just at the end, but we're talking about competitive advantages. So the real competitive advantage is the tech platform that we've built. I've spent over 5 years building the technology that allows us to intake orders and then assign them to the connected designers on our platform, and then turn those around as fast as possible for the lowest price as a result. And so it's really the sophistication of the tech platform that accepts the orders and feeds them to the designer. And in 2021, we're working on actually bringing the design process into the platform itself so that the photos don't have to go locally on any type of designer's machine. We're not there yet, but that's where we're going.
All right, give it up for Matt.
Yep.
All right, 3 pitches down. That means we are going to we're going to give you just a bit of time to get caught up on your Instagram voting. So pull out your phones, go to Instagram, and slide $1 to $10 million on what you would invest in all of the pitches this evening. So you are still able to vote on all of the pitches. Also, make sure that you have the virtual booklet in front of you if you'd like to follow along to the pitch decks right there in your hand. And It's the third inning, so I think it's time for a little third inning stretch treat. So we have our team coming around with some popcorn. And here's what I'll say. How about cross your legs if you want popcorn and uncross them if you don't want popcorn. Crossed legs, popcorn. Uncrossed legs, no popcorn. I think that made sense. Everybody might just get popcorn. All right, Garrett, you got a little something for us while they're passing out popcorn?
Yes, I do. Keith, while you were stalling, it was great. I got two of my compadres, Ryan and Clay. They're both amazing athletes. So this is going to be a great competition. Last time we had an infamous game of Dizzy Bat. The results were incredible. We're going to do the same thing again. So guys, can I have you put your foreheads on the handle of the bat? There we go. We're going to do 10 spins on my signal. First one to run past me wins. On your mark, get set. Let the suspense keep building, boys. There we go. Good job, Scott. And spin. We got 1, 2. Come on, crowd. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got a clear winner. Good job, Clay. There we go. Give him a round of applause, guys.
All right, nice job, competitors. Maybe it's a good time to announce that we're adding a little sweetener to the prize tonight. Our winner is going to take home $500 and a custom 5-across blazing red baseball bat customized by Louisville Slugger. So look forward to that. Okay. We've got popcorn. We're feeling stretched. Let's introduce the fourth of 5 pitches tonight. Please make lots of noise for Natalia with Level Up.
I made a little bit of money.
Hey everybody, how's it going? All right, I'm going through this deck real quick. Guys, I'm still on Stucco's deck, so hang in there with me. Matt, you had a lot of slides. It looks that way. So we're still going through Stucco. Hold on 1 second, guys. I'm still going through his deck.
Let's make sure you're going the right way.
I'm there now. I
You
just
got
got there.
All right, let's restart the clock.
All right, thank you, Scott. All right, hi everybody again. I am Natalia Bishop. I am the founder and CEO of Level Up. And Level Up is a modern education company. We're here to help women gain skills and knowledge. And we're doing that through live classes and a platform that we build to give board-style learning in 10 minutes or less straight on your phone so you can learn anytime, anywhere, and at your own pace. There's an education revolution coming, and we are here for it. We know that women are looking for ways to accelerate and grow their careers, and as we know, we're living longer every day, longer than ever before, but traditional education sort of ends when we're 20 years old. So what are you supposed to do? Netflix and chill? Not really. Let's get to learning, right? So we know that the opportunities out there are expensive, time-consuming, and just not accessible. So what we wanted to do is solve the problem by creating a proprietary tech platform that is built for really rapid scale. It is allowing us to teach these live online classes, and we're doing that by crowdsourcing teachers from all over the United States. These teachers are micro-influencers, or they're local experts who can sign up to teach and completely automate the process of putting their classes online. We've also created a curated online marketplace that's specifically targeting women and our streams of learning. And then we are also creating a membership model that's I'm sorry, that is developed specifically for mobile first and is allowing us to have a stream of revenue monthly. Why are we the team to do this? Well, first of all, we are an awesome team. Altogether, we have over 15 years of startup experience, and we excel at creating community, operations, and marketing as well. We are working with an amazing learning designer who is a professor at Arizona State University, is helping us develop the framework for burst out learning, which is small chunk, 10 minutes or less daily. We also have an amazing founder of Some 180, Carla Deering, who's in the house cheering for us today. She's also a past winner of 5 Across, by the way. But she is helping us with our unit economics and finance, and we have an amazing development team. And also, we're working with a team out of San Francisco called West Ventures, who actually helped coin the Impossible Burger branding and the hashtag for Twitter to help us create the wireframe for our new mobile app. You can see here our custom software, so it's just a little peek at our marketplace there. And I wanted to tell you a little bit about our traction. So right now, we have over 4,500 users on our platform. Over 150 teachers have signed up since we launched, and we have a 28% return rate on users. The market is humongous, y'all. So we know that online education is the thing right now. It's the sexy industry. But did you know that $13 billion are being spent in self-improvements and skill development, but 70% of those dollars are women-led. So we wanted to really tap into that market. Our business model has 3 verticals. The first one is your classic ticket sales on the platform. We take a percentage. The second one is membership based, and that is the membership we're pricing at $14.99. And then the rest is going to be executed in 2021. It will be kids, worksheets, and after the class sales. Then you can see here our competition. We have competition, of course. The education industry is booming right now, but we are the only company doing not only pre-recorded, live online, in person, with a membership model that is specifically for mobile and the text for scale. But more importantly, we are the only one targeting specifically women. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to be here today. We are looking for investment. We are looking for raise $950,000, and we're targeting that first cost to be about $300,000 by October 31st of this year. So if you're looking to be a part of the learning revolution and join our movement, come see me or my co-founder Hannah in the stands. Thank you all.
All right, great job, Natalia. Judges, 3 minutes of questions, starting now.
1, 2, 3. Do you pay the teachers, and how much per class?
Yes, we do that per ticket sold in our platform. So they take about 80% or 70%, depending whether they're a master teacher or just a verified teacher. That's actually a better rate than most of our competitors pay, by the way. Most of them don't pay quite as much as we do.
Natalia, who are those competitors? That was going to be my question.
Yeah, so we have Skillshare as one of our competitors. It is a pretty large platform where they specifically niche in creative endeavors such as knitting and things like that. And while we want to kind of touch on those things, we're more concerned with the growth and acceleration of careers. So we're going into streams like business growth, how to start a business, financial wellness, sexual wellness, and things like that. And then we also, of course, have masterclass. One of the things that separate us from a masterclass is, I don't know if any of you have ever taken one of their classes, but it tends to feel a little bit more like entertainment. I watch it, I feel good about it, but am I really gonna do this that Bob Iger did, or Serena Williams, right? So there isn't a clear, defined learning objective that you can follow through and self-assess in the end, and we're doing that with our burst style model.
Natalia, Will teachers be on multiple platforms? Will they be on yours and Masterclass and Skillshare?
Potentially, but what we're doing is when they join our platform, we are making sure that our specific content that they're teaching with us is just with us. So maybe it's a cookie decorator, for example, and they teach a master class with us, but they may have a basics with a different platform. We don't make them sign any sort of exclusivity because part of this is mission driven, and we want their businesses to actually thrive and do better, and that exposure will help.
You said you're raising $950,000. What do you plan on using that for?
So we have a couple different things that we want to do with the money. First of all is completing the tech. So we have the wireframe for the new app that was going to enable us to do the membership. But we got to finish that out. So a lot of those dollars are going into development. Of course, there's marketing and account leads that we're doing. And then we want to finish our team build out for 2020-21.
What's the team build out look like for you?
So we really want to hire a KCAS CTO, and we know that takes time and money, so that is going to be one of our first priorities for 2021. We have been outsourcing with a really amazing group of developers out of Colombia, where I'm from, so we've been really lucky to have that close relationship, but we hope to bring that in-house, as well as grow our marketing team and create a lane also for additional accounts to work with enterprise.
One final question from our judges, please.
You talked about memberships. The memberships is not something you have yet. That's correct. And are you looking at closing out your single ticket sales to move everyone to memberships, or is that a second revenue stream?
Yeah, so we have the framework built out for the memberships. We have just not hit play on it just yet, and because we wanted to wait until we had the app to be able to make that a part of the perk. We anticipate up to 20% of our users converting over, but we're gonna keep both going at the same time, for sure.
Great job, Natalia. Give it up, please.
Thank you all.
All right, great job, Natalia, our fourth presenter of the evening, number one in our hearts. However, now is a good time to go to Instagram, you all, and vote for Natalia. Go to Awesome Inc.'s Instagram handle, go to the 5 Across stories, and slide how you would vote for Natalia. Would you invest $1 million, $1 million or $10 million? What would you invest in her company? Also, make sure you get the program booklet out for our fifth and final pitch of the night. Would you please make lots of noise for Jokari with Joby Products?
All right. Hello, my name is Jokari Beatty, and I'm the founder of Joby Products and inventor of BESK. Joby Products is based around creating innovative products to help people in their everyday lives while having very low to no economical, environmental impact. So in 2014, I was granted an athletic scholarship to Lake Erie College. Unfortunately, they didn't have many churches there. So every Sunday, I used to ride my bike to the beach and watch the sunrise, meditate, and pray. One time, I had a weird feeling or urge to do some homework, very random. And I thought to myself, if I want to do homework, I need to do it now because I'm probably not going to do it later. So I travel everywhere with the backpack. So I had something to store all my supplies. But now I needed a workstation. I sat on very large boulders, so it'd be pretty awkward to write on them. So I figured a solution to that would be have a backpack that converted into a desk, fully functioning as both. Now, it's not every day people walk to beaches and think of, I want to do some homework here. I may be a little special. But this tool does come in handy in times especially like now in terms of the COVID-19 pandemic. We have an influx of remote workers and remote students working from any and everywhere. Some households can have up to 5 people working at the same time, including students and parents. With that, 4.3 million remote workers were reported last year in the United States. As of this year, those numbers haven't been reported, but up to 66% of the United States workforce has worked remotely at some point this year. Same with college courses. A lot are in class, but there are also some that are hybrid. So the product that I created is a backpack that turns into a desk. For it to be a backpack, it has to store all your supplies and take it with you everywhere. We made sure it did that. The desk portion has legs, tabletop, suitable enough to have all your equipment on and enough room for you to actually do your work. Traction so far, we've been bootstrapped since about day one, being extremely resourceful to the point where we were literally cutting up coffee containers to get spare plastic, to melt in our own oven, to then shape into a backpack. Eventually, after moving back to Louisville, we started selling apparel to raise money for the development of our backpack, and we are currently on Kickstarter crowdfunding. Our team is comprised of 3 individuals: Alex Treadaway, Director of Operations, military vet from the Marines, current student at University of Kentucky; Nick Morris, our Director of Engineering, also a graduate of University of Kentucky; and myself, founder, graduate of Florida A&M University. Competition, there's not much competition in the field when you think of our backpack compared to an ordinary desk or ordinary backpack. There have been some attempts to create something that we have, but our value proposition is the fact that we're more durable, our height adjust, and our capacity. We've sold over 73 pre-orders of Best to be delivered next year on Kickstarter. We're raising money for the development of Best right now, and if we win the money here today, that's what it would go toward, is getting those new materials in. Since we've added Nick, our engineer, we've been able to make a lot of gains within the CAD and animation and creating a more well-rounded product. And I'll show you how it works. Don't need any balls. Like I said, you can sit anywhere. Take off your backpack, push a button, opens up. Like I said, this is a prototype of ours, and we have one that's way better than this. We just need the money to make it happen.
All right.
Gotta get it looking pretty for you.
Judges, he's going to be really comfortable taking your questions. 3 minutes, go for it.
Joe, thanks. That's really, really neat. I've actually worked on the intellectual property of a product that was a bag that folded out into a kid's high chair. So I know a bit about the patent landscape around this kind of stuff. Have you looked into patenting your design and any white space in that landscape?
Yes, sir. So we filed a provisional patent, which is going to be over in November, which is another thing that we're looking to raise money for and use some of the Kickstarter money for, is transitioning that into a non-provisional. Most of the products that we were able to research, some were similar, such as we found a suitcase that turned into a desk. Not too many people walk around with suitcases, so we thought this was definitely a unique opportunity. And we're looking to hire a patent attorney to do that work for us.
Can you tell us a little bit about your estimated cost of goods and how much you plan on selling the backpack for?
I definitely can. So right now, with the pieces that we have for our newer Besk, the cost of goods would range between $40 and $55. And with that, we want a base cost of a Besk to be $99. So we want to get that cost down for sure, but there will also be different levels of Besk that have different capacities and also are able to hold different amounts of weight.
What's your go-to-market plan? How do you plan on selling it? Direct sales from your website or partnering with stores and stores retail? What are you thinking?
It's also a great question. So up until we release the product, we want to do pre-sales. We already have over 70 of those. And with that, we would like to partner with larger chains who could sell our product. Initially, we would probably start ourselves through our own website to gain traction within, let's say, universities like University of Kentucky, where we could potentially license them out for them to have their own logos, their own colors, and sell them into their own bookstores.
I wanted to follow up on the manufacturing costs. Is that all from doing it onshore or offshore? Have you looked at manufacturing in China, India, any place like that?
So it's a mixture. We want to do a lot of our stuff onshore. That's just who we are. We have looked at getting certain pieces offshore just because the cost is way, way different. Such as like the brackets, if we get them fabricated here, they could be upwards of $24 a piece, which is probably a no-go since we need 4 of them, where we can go somewhere else and get them for $1.50.
I love the idea. It's really cool. How much, how does it weigh, like your next prototype? How much?
Great question. So this prototype right here weighs 6.5 pounds. It is solid ABS material. Now, Nick, our engineer, has been able to create a honeycomb style insert to reduce the weight by 65%.
Very cool.
What's been the feedback so far? Have you anyone you've kind of sent off to go try to use it, and have you gotten any customer feedback that way?
Definitely. Mostly, they want to make sure that it can get to the height of whatever they're sitting on, so they definitely test it out with all kind of materials, whether they're on the ground to standing up and anything in between. A lot of the feedback we got was, you see there's a slight divot in the middle, so we talked to Nick to figure out how we're going to do that, and we have 3 strategies for that. A way to actually mount the legs to the brackets. As of right now, you see they're zip tied on, so they're not necessarily structurally sound. So once we get that, they'll be able to increase our stability, those 2 things.
Yeah, excellent work.
Awesome job, Jokari. Judges, all the pitches are complete. You should have what you need. So I'm going to ask that you follow Brian up the judges' deliberation tank, where you're going to decide tonight's winner. The winner of $500, a blazing red baseball bat, and a ticket to the 5 Across final. So go ahead and go on with Brian to the deliberation tank. This is now a good opportunity for everybody to get caught up on their voting. Take out your phones, go to Instagram, the Awesome Inc. store. 5 Across, Awesome Inc. Instagram account, and vote for Jokari. How much would you invest in Joby products, $1 or $10 million, or anywhere in between? Okay. Well, we made it 5 pitches down. Garrett, do you have a little activity for us while we wait for our judges as they deliberate?
Keith, I never have a little activity. I've won for all the crowd participation. So, if I call your name out, get ready to make a splash. Do we have a Mr. Matt Hogg and Jenny Hogg as they're making the ways? Come on down, come on down. Is there Michelle Rainey and Matt Miller? Let's see. Michelle, you here? Awesome. Then do we have Carla Deering and Amanda Noel? And as you're making your way, come on, get a wipe. And one of the two from a pair will get a water balloon. This is some exciting stuff. So Michelle, Matt. Okay, awesome. Keep going. We have Will Franklin Mason. Did I say your name correctly? Yeah, baby. Do we have an Alistair Luttrell? Nice, nice. Last few. Do we have Isaac Meisner? Nice, okay. And then last but not least, Miss Rachel Sunderland. Awesome. All right, guys. So come on, spread out. We're going to get in two pairs. We're actually going to line up this way, facing the field. If you've ever been to a good old sports camp, you know what's happening. So can I have one person on the foul line? Perfect. It looks great. We're going to keep on coming down this way. You can literally drop it. We'll get it in a second. You're good. Yeah, come on, keep spreading out this way, guys. We'll keep coming down this foul line. Joy got a couple wipes over there. Awesome. Then Isaac and Richard, come on down to this end. All right, guys, if you didn't know, this was not a coincidence. This was a pre-selected game. We have Matt and Jenny on Team Aqua Squad. We have Michelle and Matt on Hydro Crash. Carla and Amanda on Floodgates Fun. Will Alistair, the Terrible Typhoons. And then last but not least, Isaac and Rachel on H2O, not Gatorade. All right, y'all. Name of the game is Partner Cooldown. It's good old-fashioned water balloon contest. Can we get all the water balloons on the foul line, please? The goal is simple. Stay alive the longest. After every throw, you're going to take 3 steps back. Winner goes home with the best grand prize tonight. Are you guys ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1, throw that balloon. Nice, nice. All right, 3 steps back. This side, 1, 2, 3. And here we go. 3, 2, 1, toss. Okay, looking good, looking good. All right, this foul line, 3 steps back. And if you're around the computer, spread out a little more just to be safe. All right, here we go, folks. 3, 2, 1. We're staying alive. All right, let's make it a little harder. Let's go 5 steps back. It's looking too easy. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, toss it. Okay, we're doing well. Couple more steps back. Come on, guys. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. And here we go. 3, 2, 1, toss. Oh, there we go. Somebody's out. That was great. Here we go. Couple more steps back. 1, 2, 3. Come on, crowd. 3, 2, 1, toss. Oh, down to the final 2. All right, here we go. Isaac, Matt, come on back. 5 steps. Yeah, this is going to be challenging. All right, crowd, can we get a drum roll, please? I'm feeling like this is about to go down. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, toss. And we have a winner, Team H2O, not Gatorade.
Hey, I think they should go one more time. Yeah, I've got 5 personal dollars that say they can't do it one more time.
5 personal dollars?
And
all right.
they've got to do another 3 steps.
You got this, you got this. Keith, from where?
Where were they?
He was back here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this is an easy one. All right. Well, I mean, it's easy for me to win. You're not going to win.
All right, Keith, you want to do the honors?
All right. Yeah, what are the odds? How about if you get this, Isaac, if you catch this, I'll give you each $5, and if you don't, you each have to give me $1. All right.
This is for all the dollars, Keith. All right, crowd, you ready? Give me a 3, 2, 1. There we go. Ethan McBud just lost $10. You saw it here first.
Double or nothing? Double or nothing? All right. I'm scared too. Great job. Make some noise for an unbelievable display of athleticism. All right, one final reminder to take out your phone, your votes in. Our judges, I can feel the stress in that room from here. They don't know who they want to win because it's all so good. And get your votes in. You have one final chance. I'll take a moment to let you know that on the line, again, is this baseball bat, custom designed for the winner with their name on it. Also $500 cash and an opportunity to win $5,000 at the 5 Across Finals in December. Did you all know that 5 Across is meeting again before then, though, on October 28th? This is normally our Halloween edition. So October 28th, come on back to 5 Across wearing your scariest costume. For Garrett, that is just his face. But his attitude makes up for it. He's got such a great attitude. All right. Judges, come on back out. Scott, why don't you play a little bit more music? We'll get some final votes in. We'll give these judges just a little bit more time. I see them. They're on their way, so play some walk-up music for them, please. Oh, hey, judges. We were all having a good time before you came back out here, by the way. Did we lose someone? All right. So judges, what you missed was an epic balloon toss where a few people got splashed, but we had an amazing display of athleticism out here. But I trust that you picked a worthwhile winner for us. So we're excited to find out. Ladies and gentlemen, along the third base line are all of your entrepreneurs. Would you please give them a huge round of applause for being here tonight? No matter who wins this event tonight, here's what I'm going to ask, is that you take it upon yourselves to make sure that they are all winners outside of this event. Please be customers of their startups. Connect them to IP attorneys. Connect them to people who will be their customers, who will invest. We're counting on you in the audience to make sure that everybody here is a winner outside of this event. And I mean that. Okay. Well, I believe that we have our crowd favorite ready. So drum roll, some moderate drum roll, please, for our crowd favorite. All right. Our crowd favorite is Joe B. Products. Woohoo! No surprise there. Jakari, electrifying pitch. Loved having you. You did awesome, man. Great job. With that, it's time for me to announce our August winner of 5 Across, August 2020, the moment we're waiting for. Please, drum roll a little louder now. Make lots of noise for Level Up! Natalia.
High five. Yeah, good work, man.
Natalia, great job. You are our winner, and you did amazing. We've got a bat and a check for you. You've got fans running out on the field. All right, we're gonna get a quick picture with us socially distanced from you. All right. All right, judges, one of you is brave enough to explain.
What he's trying to say is that one of you is going to explain why we picked Level Up as the winner. Ellie?
Congratulations, Natalia and Level Up. We chose you as the winner because of your initial traction and adoption, the fact that you have a focus on women and you know exactly what you're going to do with the funds. So congratulations. We wish you the best.
Woo!
Congrats.
Awesome job, everybody. So proud of everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for us this evening. We hope that you had a great time. Please, on your way out, at a safe distance, if you see somebody wearing a red Awesome Inc. shirt, will you just give them really smiley eyes above your masks and make sure that you know that they are appreciated and that they put on a great event for you all, please? That would be great.
Check. On note, real quick, let's give it up to Keith, our MC for this evening. Thank you, Keith. Thank you to all the judges, and thank you to the AV team up in the booth. They put on a lot of work and got here really early to make all this happen. So thanks, everybody. We'll see you in October.
Bye now.
She was looking kind of dumb with her finger and her thumb in the shape of an L on her forehead.